That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't want to say like, well, you don't mean no harm to nobody, man. Like, ain't nobody gonna. I would hate for somebody to actually carry out a threat against you, because I don't think that you even in that realm. You're not saying, yeah, whatever, fuck you, and it's whatever. But like, you can explain to somebody why this shit is true.
Yeah, 100%. And like I said, now that we're at 71 episodes, like I think people got the fucking point now. Like really, if you did something to me, you would be looked at as a joke.
You look crazy.
Yeah, you look like, bro, come on, bro. That's this. First of all, you attack a director. That's the dumbest shit you can do. It's not even a rapper, you know. And you sent your music. So you sent your music to somebody. They said it wasn't good, and then you beat their ass after. Come on, bro.
Like, that's not giving you no street cred.
You feel me? Come on, bro.
Get no point.
Yeah.
All right. What up, this is Soso here with Detour ENT. Here with Uggy. You're watching the Soso and Uggy show, and
Episode 9.
Episode 9, yeah, back with another episode. So
I ain't watched this out yet.
Right. We didn't even wash their ass, as you can see. We got on the same. We got
we went party last night. You know, it was a movie and shit. Then we woke up like, damn, we got it. No.
Right. No, this is our second interview of the day, and we have a special guest with us, Kid L. How you doing?
Doing good, thank you.
Yeah. So let me just introduce you a little bit. So you are a video director, or I would just say director, you know what I mean? Because you not only do videos, you're a content creator. And then you are the host of Fuck You Talking About podcast.
Yeah,
I wonder, that sounds funny coming out of my mouth, but.
And say it with the feeling. Fuck you talking about?
Right. No, it's Fuzz you talking about.
Fuck you talking about.
And then L is Love, which I seen you were like on episode 3 of that. So
it's kind of a side new thing. Yeah, it's kind of funny.
So I've had I wanted to have you on because I thought that you were like hilarious, and I think that you create a lot of different stuff, and you're pretty much open and not afraid to just be silly and make fun of yourself and stuff like that. And I think that you create a lot of stuff that is unique, I think. You know what I mean? So I wanted to have you on, you know, to kind of laugh it out a little bit, and then also just to kind of pick a little bit of your brain, because you do a little bit of the same stuff that we're trying to do here. You know what I'm saying? And the fact that you have a podcast that you started early 2020, correct?
Oh yeah, well I think the music reviews was like late 2019.
Okay.
And then the podcast where I interview people, which is just called the Kid L podcast, started this year.
Okay.
Yeah, and then the L is for Love started like 2 weeks ago.
Right. and I say all that, you know, that it's grown, you know what I mean, in that short amount of time, you know.
It's a bubble.
Yeah, definitely.
Well, I appreciate you guys. Thanks for having me on, first of all, and for keeping track of my history. That's cool.
Well, you know, you gotta.
Some people
are
just like, "Hey, what's up, man?" And they don't know shit about anybody. I do that sometimes too. I don't know shit about the person.
This motherfucker.
Right.
Yeah, I bet.
And then you also are like a person who I think has like some of the craziest stories just to be one person. Like I watched your, like I said, the L for Love episode 3, you were talking about the girl that had 7 names.
Yeah, multi-personality disorder, yeah.
And I'm just like, you seen that she had 3 different names in the car, another name at the door, and then you walked inside the house. Like, what was in your mind? Like, your mind wasn't thinking for you that day.
I wasn't thinking. I just got off of a long breakup, and I was kind of in that zone, and I was just like, fuck it, bro. Like,
anybody's cool.
Yeah, I was like, fuck it, man. You know, so it was really, well, she was married too, so it was kind of an all-around scary situation. Right. So it was odd, and like I said, I'm just gonna be careful next time. Like if somebody tells me they have another name, I'm just gonna be like, all right, maybe it's time to get the fuck out of here.
So usually in my walks, like when people say, no, just call me this over here. Hey, you a whore, so. Right, man, there's something weird going on.
Yeah.
Right.
No, she literally ended up telling me she had multi-personality disorder later. She's like, I have 7 different names and stuff. Right. And she's like, and they all, like, some of them sleep throughout the day. And I was like, bitch. Come on, man.
You gotta sit there with a straight face, like,
right.
I did too. I swear, when she was telling me this shit, I was literally like, oh, for real. Back of my mind, like, I need to get the fuck out of here. Like, that's really what's going on in the back of my head.
Now, have y'all ever seen the movie Split?
Yes. Yeah.
I mean, that when you were telling that story, it just kind of made me think about that. And I'm just like, man, like, you know, it's not for everybody. Like,
no, that's for nobody.
Yeah, for real.
Everybody deserves love, though.
The dude in Split was actually like smart as hell. Like all the personalities were like really smart. She was dumb as hell, and all her personalities were dumb as fuck. Like she was stupid each way it went. So I was like, all right.
But I say, well, it was a good thing none of them. I seen that one of them was aggressive, but none of them was a killer or nothing like that. So
Yeah, hopefully. Maybe I didn't meet her. I don't know.
So just speaking of, you know, the L for love, I had a question that was posed to me over the weekend when I was getting my lashes done, and somebody had asked me if I am close to my wife's family. I know that you got a fiance, and I know, I mean, you don't have anyone, but you know, you probably look for somebody.
I'm chilling.
You know.
No, I'm not.
So do you guys think that you're supposed to be close to your significant other's family?
Define close.
Like talk to them, you know, not necessarily like, you know,
Like
buddy,
outside
but
of like okay.
outside
I'm
of
talking to your brother on the phone and it ain't got nothing to do with you type of close or
right.
oh, you gonna be at the barbecue? Okay, whatever. Like it's different closes though. Like
I would say on two ends, that and, you know, let's say you and your significant other are both at a party or whatever, or get together with the family, and you not sticking so close to your spouse, you venturing out, talking to people
like
and
that,
stuff like that.
Other than that, outside of that, don't talk to me.
You don't do that.
Like I said, I don't. In the back of my mind, that's why I'm not close to none of my friends. Like, if my two friends get together and in a relationship, I'm not gonna be as close with one of the friends because I always feel like it's a feed for information. I think you're trying to siphon information off of me though. Like I said, I've seen it happen before. Oh, he didn't come over your house? Shit.
Right.
Like but it's just because it's my friend. It's during the course of talking.
Yeah.
And it's okay. What up? Oh damn, because he said he was going over your house. Oh, now I'm lying.
Right.
So like I just try to. I'm gonna pick a side. I mean, I love both of y'all the same, whatever. You know what I'm saying? But I'm definitely gonna pick a side. So with my fiance now, I'm gonna just pick the side of me. I'm gonna pick my side.
The side of me.
And y'all cool. You know, you want me to pull macaroni up here. You want me to push the table. You want me to go to the store real quick and all that.
Right.
But other than that, outside of that, when I see you, it's all right. We're not gonna hang.
Right.
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 I was about to say, that's kind of the relationship I have with my wife's family. I mean, I know there were times where I was like, you know, I kind of wanted that relationship, because I've seen other people and they're like, you know, going on vacation together and doing this and that. But for the most part, like you said, I pick me. I just kind of do my own thing.
I mean, but at the same time, it's less pressure though. Like it's less pressurized though, because we can be beefing. And hey, what's up? You want to watch the game, man? I'm gonna kill it. So like I said, I'm not even in the house today. I'm outside. No, we beefing, but see that pressure of that being your friend, and then that's also somebody's brother or something, you know what I'm saying, something like that. And they gonna go back like, what y'all do? Now you have a whole mess of what's the name? Like,
Right.
I choose to do it like if y'all want to be cool. I think that's for people who don't really have a lot of friends. And
I don't got a lot of friends. So your L for Love new segment that you have, where do you see yourself going next? Because so far it seems like you're just talking about different relationships or different situations that you've been. Is that where you're aiming for that?
So I don't really know. When I started it, I really it's like every production I start. Just one day I wake up and I was like, I gotta talk about this. Like with music reviews, I woke up one day, I was like, I gotta tell people their music is ass. I have to. And then with the Kid L podcast, when I started interviewing people, I just thought to myself, I really want to meet this person, or I thought, like, this dude has a story that nobody knows about, and I also want to interject and talk about my life a little bit, so I started that podcast. With L's for Love, it actually happened after, like, a terrible date experience I had the night before. The next morning, I woke up, and I was so flustered by the experience that I was like, I got to get this out somehow. Like, I don't write poetry, I don't make music, so I was like, I got to just tell people these fucked up stories that I get involved in. So that's kind of where that came about. And then it's interesting, I don't post it on my actual page. Like, I post it in my stories because I want people to interact with me. You know what I mean?
Right.
Because everybody's going through shit, right?
Yeah.
So people will, like, stop at a certain part while they're watching and reply to my story and be like, this is fucking funny. And we'll just start talking like, yeah, this is crazy.
Right.
So I'd never really made it like, oh, this is gonna be a main. It's too irrelevant for my page of being a video director, so I just left it in my stories to interact with people and have fun.
Okay, just another little thing just to add to it.
Yeah, just to have fun and to get those experiences out, because I do like they bother me. It's like you go through shit. You go through so many dating experiences that just fucking suck ass, and then you're just like, bro, like people need to know about this, or I need to share these experiences and hear your experiences too.
Yeah.
I've had like females reach out to me saying like, hey, can I come on your podcast and tell my stories too? And I'm like, fuck yeah, let's do it. So I think it's gonna progress eventually. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. And I know that I said this before we even started recording, but that you're pretty much an open book. Like, you're not afraid to just talk about what's going on with you and stuff like that. And I think I had seen one video you made last year about the XXL freshman list. And I know that they recently came out with the one for this year.
I have an opinion on that anyway. So.
But they had, I think a lot of good artists on there. They had 4-2 Doug on there, Pooh Shiesty, Coi Leray. I don't know you guys like that.
No, like I said, I'm not. She wants to make me the Coi Leray hater. I just say it's Days Loaf karaoke. That's all it is. I mean, it's Days Loaf karaoke though. Them songs are Days Loaf songs, basically.
I did see somebody else comment that though.
Like that's recently, what I'm saying. I mean, if Days Loaf wasn't doing whatever she's doing and she was doing this, she would be right in the same spot. It wouldn't be no Coi Leray. So my thing with the freshman cover is it's an antiquated, these artists we're talking about Pooh Shiesty. He has a top 10 song nationwide. Doug has several songs, millions of views. All these people, when the freshman list was first, when it first came out, I'm talking about back in the Nipsey days and all of the Kendrick Lamar days and all that stuff. It was people that might have had a verse here or something like that, or they had a mixtape and they was warming up. And I was going to say Coi Leray, but XXL was saying like, hey, these the people you need to watch. Right. These gonna be the next people. Now I think because magazine and it's so much content everywhere, it's no more taste making. It's no more, like I said, I mean you can say rap caviar, but that's still to me that's an antiquated thing. Everybody, especially with artists who have a organic, like they built their audience on their own. So we don't need a tastemaker to say, hey, you don't need, like I say, when you don't need a record label no more, you don't need all the things that come with that. You don't need that kind of press. You don't need, what's the name? Everything's kind of direct to consumer. So I think XXL now, while you have all these people, it's a year late to me. It's a year and a half late. Yeah, they're the ones now. What the fuck is you talking about?
Right, because like you said,
now, we don't need you to tell us that they're hot.
Right, because everybody has access to the information, right, to see it online. They can see the charts online. I mean, you can see like all that stuff, the numbers.
Now, a year and a half ago, like before like a We Paid came out, before we Get It Out in Blood and all Pooh Shiesty season and all that, before that come out, if you say, yeah, Pooh Shiesty, 4-2 Doug, and watch this. That's like, okay, and then you hear it like, okay, well, yeah, XXL, y'all know what the fuck y'all talking about. Now I just think it's a whole bunch of old people in these, like I say, in record label offices. I think it's old people in radio. I think it's old, like, holding on to their jobs. So they have to, okay, yeah, we know that already. Like, the public knows the information you're giving us already. Right. I don't, like I said, they get it wrong every year to me. It's wrong every year.
Yeah.
And people still fight over it. And like I said, I seen Sato was upset he wasn't on it.
What, this year?
Man, Sato, you had the #1 song in America.
He hasn't been on there yet?
Ever.
Okay. I thought I seen him on one, but he ain't been on one.
No, ever. Okay. And the thing is like, why?
It's a look. It's a look. You know what I mean? Really is what it is.
Man, like I said, the #1 in the radio, that increases the bag, so that's the look.
So, I think like your podcast, you do the music reviews, and that kind of plays into, that a little bit as far as you're critiquing these artists and stuff like that. So, when you're doing them, are you like sober or is it?
Yeah, completely.
You're complete. So that's literally you. That's you talking trash on and stuff like that. Not all the time, you know what I'm saying? But,
no, like I said, my #1 question was, well, what was the point where you just got so fit? Because like I said, you're a video director, so I know you did 1,000 videos for artists, and you're like, oh my. what was the point? You just like, you know what? Fuck this. I gotta let somebody know.
That's what happened. Yeah, literally. The day I started the podcast, I woke up in the morning and I was just, again, I was flustered. Just in my mind, I was like, I need to express how I feel about this garbage. So I literally just set up the camera, set up the green screen. I didn't give a fuck about how anything looked. I just said, bro, I need to listen, send your music. And I made a post. A bunch of people sent their music and I just went through everybody's song. And the first song I reviewed, I literally said, bro, what the fuck is this? Like instantly, like I wasn't like sheltered or in my like trying to be withholding or anything. I was literally just right into it. So people actually like liked it right away.
Yeah.
Because they can listen to the song and say, what the fuck is this too?
Right.
Yeah.
Real time.
Yeah, exactly.
So I see that you received a lot of like hateful, accusations against you and hateful threats and stuff like that. And over the reviews that you've done, and even just recently, someone broke out. When you were at a music video that you were shooting. Yeah. Did you ever find out who did that?
No, I literally don't know at all. It was actually kind of a joke when I said somebody said fuck your reviews. Like that part was a joke. All I know is I went to the location and I wasn't near my car, and my window was smashed in the back, and nobody else's was. So I was like, well, that's intentional. Somebody literally knew I was in this car. This is my car, and then they smashed the back window out.
Right. And then you also had I seen one where a guy literally put in for a review just to have a diss track.
Twice. Twice.
Oh, it was the same guy?
No, two different people did that.
Wow.
No, but see, like I said, that's how you know you're popping. Like, it's clout chasing. Like, and instead of just going home and saying, you know what, maybe I should just make better music. No, I'm gonna just ride the wave and make more bad music.
Yeah. And I wonder, like, how does that make you feel? Because even though you said that the window being broken or whatever like that didn't necessarily have to do with the reviews, but I know that there were videos of people saying like, I'm gonna find you, I'm gonna beat you up and stuff like that. How does it make you feel like having those type of situations kind of aimed at you?
Yeah, at first I thought it was funny, and then when it started getting more serious, I was like, I gotta relax. But then, so what really happened was this: when the show first started, the first 10 episodes, there was a lot of people messaging me after I reviewed their music saying, take the fucking post on, or there's gonna be a problem. So I wouldn't take the post on. I never did. I had too much like pride or whatever, and I kept doing it. Luckily, I got to a point where everybody knew what the fuck the show was, so you're an embarrassment if you get mad now. Like once I hit like episode 20 or 30, people were like, bro, you saw the last 20 episodes, you sent your music in for review,
so you already knew what it
so
was
now
in
you
for.
are a disgrace if you go and threaten this guy.
Right.
Everybody who threatened me after episode 30 was like clout chasing type shit, you feel me? The only thing that happened that was like kind of annoying was the Hip Hop Lab had messaged me saying that what I was doing was culture appropriation. So that was one thing that stood out to me, and I disagreed with him completely. I did agree with one thing. He said, like, why the fuck are you wearing a do-rag? I was like, all right, maybe that's crossing the line. I said, you're right about that one. Yeah, I was like, I'll give you that one, baby. But the way you handled it. But no, I mean, not that me and him have any problems, but that was a moment where I was like, okay, I got to watch how I'm doing things. I got to be respectful still. When I put the do-rag on, to be honest with you, I wasn't thinking about like the culture. What I was really just thinking, I was like, this looks funny as shit. Right. I actually got the inspiration from this character named White Mike from Wayne. The Wayans brothers. The Wayans brothers. There was a character named White Mike, and he used to wear a do-rag. And I was like, that's fucking hilarious. I didn't know why it was hilarious. I just knew it was hilarious. So I was like, I'm just gonna fucking put a do-rag on.
Right.
But yeah, I got put in check for that one by the Hip Hop Lab. At first, I didn't appreciate it, but after a while, I was like, you know what? You're right. Like that's crossing the line. After that, again, there was threats still. There was people very upset with me, but they knew what they were getting themselves into.
It's 30 episodes of this.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Submit good music.
Right.
Like my thing is like I watched a few of them, and you say someone's shit is all right. If it's all right.
Yeah, right.
If it's bad, it's just the bad. When you say something's bad, it's gonna stick out a lot more. So my thing is like, I wouldn't want you to stop because that's just like going against your integrity. Like you really do. Like, cause you're invested in the music. You shoot the videos. You hear this shit.
Right. So you know what you're talking about as far as
all this stuff, and y'all niggas weird in the video shoot. Stop holding the gun and so like right. So like you invested.
Right.
A lot.
So you have that background
You
to say
didn't
that you can critique someone's video, you can critique someone's music, because you've heard a lot of different sounds.
Yeah, and I make music
time.
myself.
Yeah.
I play in a band. We've been playing for 10 years now. I mean, the show, another thing that people I think misunderstand is it wasn't supposed to be just for hip hop. Like, I wanted everybody to send their music in, which I did get rock music. I got a lot of different actual music. You can find each episode, there's some songs that are just rock and whatever. And it was, even when I listen to a hip hop song or a rap song, I'm not listening to it as a rap song or as a hip hop song. I'm listening to it as, is this good?
Music.
Yeah, it's music, right? It's collectively in my ears, like, does this sound good? Okay, let's break it down. My brother went to school for music theory, so me and him used to always chop it up about music and why music makes sense and when music doesn't make sense. So a lot of these things incorporated in my mind when I was, putting it out there for people, like, this is what you need to do to get better. Now, if I don't cut up on your ass when the shit's trash, first of all, nobody's gonna watch the show, because if I'm sitting there Mr. Polite, like, yeah, what you need to do is all nice, nobody gives a fuck, get the fuck out of here. So I always tell people, listen, bitch, you can be on the show and get exposure and get critiqued. Or it can be Mr. Nice Guy and nobody fucking watches the show. So we're 71 episodes in now. We haven't missed 1 week of people not sending their music in. So I know we're doing something right.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, you know what I mean?
So you do listen to, rap music and stuff like that. Okay.
Yeah, since I was a kid, I used to I was like 12 years old, I got into hip hop, about 12, yeah.
Right.
Somewhere.
So I know that you do, I don't know, do you do mainly rap videos that you shoot, or have you shot in like other stuff?
To be honest,
well?
I think I've never shot in anything besides rap music videos.
Besides rap music.
Yeah.
And I think too, that's probably why those are the people that kind of like gravitated towards you when you started doing the views, because that's kind of what you were known for, is like the rap stuff.
Right
so
on.
do you see yourself like venturing out, trying to do like other different ones? Because I think I seen one where you were saying, I forgot who you were. I think it was BMVP,
Hustleberry Finn, yeah.
And you were talking to him, and you guys are basically saying like how, you had to reevaluate yourself from doing those kind of like trap music videos and stuff like that, because it was getting dangerous and everything like that. Right
on, yeah. It is, and at the end of the day, this shit is actually dangerous. You know what I'm saying? And I see a lot of the youngsters coming into the game and they want to grab the camera and go shoot, but there is a reality to the situation that you'll be in a situation one day where you're alone, man. You might have somebody with you shooting with you, but you are really, really alone, because you're at a street you don't know, in a neighborhood you don't know, and nobody knows who the fuck you are. Something can definitely happen, and I've been approached in multiple situations. I'm fucking stupid, to be honest with you, because I put myself in situations, I don't know how the fuck I got out of them. I don't know how in the first place I thought it was okay to go to a liquor store at 2 o'clock in the morning while shooting a music video on like fucking 7 Mile and like McNichols. Like, what are you doing, bro? Like, what are you thinking about? You know what I'm saying? So I think there was a lack of awareness on my end, and luckily I got through that. Seriously, luckily I got through not knowing how stupid I was to put myself in certain situations.
Right.
Or booking a shoot with somebody I never met that has 5 followers on Instagram that sounds shady as fuck and doesn't want to pay me till I get there. You know what I'm saying? So just lack of awareness, lack of like knowing. But I got put in check so many times. Eventually, I realized like, bro, you gotta watch out for yourself.
Right.
So, one of my main questions is, what's the worst shoot? I'm detailed. I guess those are the worst ever though. Like, you like, I shouldn't have took this fucking money. This money wasn't worth it. What's one of the best ones? Like, shit, I would have did this for free.
Best shoot I ever been to. Man, I'm not gonna lie. That girl, what's her name? I pulled up to her shoot. What's her name? Queen. Oh my gosh, Madam Buff. And she just had me surrounded with models all day long, sitting on my lap and shit. There's pictures of it on the internet, literally.
Is that the one where you were like in the
King's chair?
Yeah, the King's chair.
Yeah, that was heat, bro. I would have done that shit for free if I knew.
Booty shaking.
If I knew what was gonna happen before I got there, like I would have been like, all right, fuck it, let's do it. And a lot of girls hit me up after seeing. You know what's crazy is like they don't hit you. The girls like don't DM you until they see you with like surrounded by bitches. So I was like, all right, bet.
Oh, what?
Yeah, so that was the best experience. I probably would have shot that bitch for free, no cap.
Okay, all right. So are you trying to continue with music videos in particular, or are you going to focus more so on your podcast, or both, like moving forward?
I do everything because you got to pay the bills, right? So even though the podcasts do pay bills, the music video is really what pays bills at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? It's a lump sum of money in the most minimal amount of time. And you know what I'm saying? If the consistency is there, so you got to do it at the end of the day.
don't make it seem like it's such labor though.
It's fun too.
Hey, if I fuck with the artist, yes, man. Of course, I love being there. But when you're shooting stuff you don't care for, then it's like, damn, you don't want to be there.
And like I said, how often do you have to say, man, could you give me a little more with the camera? Like,
right.
Edit, I don't want to have to make this shit something.
That's the job as a director, right? So like when you're shooting, you literally have to pump them up. I always give them the same speech. Everybody's gonna see you on my Instagram page as this promo clip here. They need to see the energy in you. If they don't see that energy, they don't give a fuck about you. I give that speech to every artist every time I shoot a video, and they go crazy, literally.
Okay. I haven't seen the bad kid. I like I said, literally, I haven't done.
Thank you.
Yeah. So we're gonna stop it there, and when we come back, we'll get into a little bit more of Kid L. All right,
cool.
So welcome back. Kiddo, like I said, I think you was a funny dude, man, and I seen your lawnmower dance, and part of the reason I wanted to have you on too is because I wanted to see it in action.
Oh hell yeah!
I mean, I don't even know how it's done.
Yeah.
Like, oh yeah.
Before we leave, I'll throw it out here in front of the sign. But yeah, you just pull that bitch and you just mow the lawn,
right?
You feel me?
I mean, people making everything out of anything anyway, so
right.
Yeah.
Fuck it. And it works.
Yeah.
You feel me?
So I see too. You had a few photos of Cash Doll, and you were in them. You know, some people might say it was photoshopped.
Oh, that was definitely real. Me and Cash Doll was like this game.
So what is it that you like about Cash Doll?
I'm in love with Cash Doll because her personality. Okay, it's nothing to do with her looks. Even though she is drop dead fucking gorgeous, she is stunning. She is probably the baddest girl I ever seen in my whole life. Like for real, you know what I'm saying?
Cash Doll, you listening?
I've seen her without makeup in her stories, and she's still the baddest. But she is hilarious in her stories too. Like she just everything she does is just incredible. And I was supposed to see her 2 days ago, and I bought a $400. This is no joke. I bought a $400 outfit because I thought I was gonna see her a couple days ago, and the people who told me to pull up never sent me the address. So I'm sitting there with this $400 outfit that I would never wear, but I was wearing it for her, and then nobody told me no information after they told me like pull up. So
that was you with the flowers, and you had like a
no, that was her birthday. So her birthday, I got the Benz out, and then I got the flowers, and then I literally told her like she could shop at any part of the mall, on the left side of the mall, with Somerset. And she didn't pull up. So then I bought her a cake too, and then I ran over that cake after she didn't pull up. Yeah, you see that shit? Yeah, for real, I really did. I was so mad at her. I was like, I can't believe you did this to me.
Now I think I seen too that you had a tattoo of her. Is that a real tattoo?
Yeah, it's right here.
Yeah. Now has she ever reached out to you at all or said anything to you? Cause you tag her a lot.
No, you didn't know she.
They cool. I seen.
Oh, I didn't know that.
No, I made a music video for her. You ever seen it?
No, I never seen it.
Yeah, there's a song called. What the fuck's it called? Big Cash Doll, yeah. So there's a song called Big Cash Doll. It's off of Biggie, it's in a Big Papa instrumental, and I sing over it, and she reposted it.
Okay.
Yeah, and people went crazy for it, so it was actually insane. I was like, what the fuck?
Right.
I thought this shit was stupid, and then she reposted it. But no, and one time she literally she took all the pictures of us together, and she reposted all of them in her stories, and that was cool too. Yeah. And she's cool for doing anything like. She's huge. I honestly didn't even know how big she was until like last week.
Right.
And I seen like her on stage and like performing in front of millions of people. I really didn't know how big she was. I swear.
No, but see, I think the reason, and she's gonna be a mainstay, is because she's a real person though. Like this big shit been going on around her for a minute. Like it been a lot of big shit. She done performed for Drake and all kind of shit and all kind of opening concerts and stuff like that. So she can conduct herself like she's a big shot, but I don't think she does that. I think she's like and she fine as fuck. And she, like I said, if anybody wanted to act snooty or anything like that, she could, but she doesn't.
Yeah, she real, you know what I mean? Like, she just seeing from, I mean, I don't know her personally, but she seemed like she down to earth and fun and stuff like that too. So.
I'll marry her tomorrow, I swear to God. I'll propose.
Give them the opportunity.
I'm trying to tell you.
So, okay, I wanted to ask you about this, and this is, kind of like off topic of you, but I had seen you had commented on like one of the posts, whatever, like, but it was the Kiefer Khan and the Shy Killer thing that was going on. Now, after that whole thing, I kind of felt like it was like fake just for his music video or his song that was coming out. Was that actually a real situation that was happening?
So initially it was a real situation.
Okay.
It was actually like legitimate. Like I think it was just the misunderstandings and mistimings as far as when they could shoot the videos and edit them and all that stuff. So at first it started off very, very real, and I had conversations with both of them right after that post was made. And then I think eventually, like, as things started to ease up a little bit, they were like, listen, let's just promote the video now. Fuck, like, whatever we got toward each other, fuck it. At least get something out with this now.
Yeah.
So I think that's what they did.
Okay.
But it definitely wasn't fake, no.
Where's that situation? Though?
Right.
I was kind of, I'm sure a lot of people were involved, but I called Kiefer directly and I called Shai directly, and we spoke directly with each other. Yeah. Got both sides of the story. It just seemed like a misunderstanding, but at the same time, I could see some type of like, you feel me-ish to it. So
Yeah.
Whatever.
Something was up with that, yeah, for sure. But no, it wasn't fake. No.
Yeah, we kind of had spoke on it too when it first happened, and we were just kind of saying like it just seemed like communication was like the main thing there, and it could have just squashed whatever was going on with them. Like,
yeah,
100%. So what do you feel like was your turning point as far as when you felt like you were doing something for real in the music videos? Like, when did you see like, okay, yeah, like I'm really, really good at this?
So I got lucky because the first video I shot did 1 million views within like not too long. It took not more than a few months to do. It was the first video I shot under the name Kid L. Okay, before that I was just shooting music videos randomly, whoever the fuck called me on my cell phone. We dropped this music video, got 1 million views instantly. Notoriety instantly. People were familiar with me right away, even though my face wasn't even on camera yet. So it was kind of crazy. I think my name kind of stood out, just the name and whatever. And the editing style and the shit that I did in the video wasn't done yet. Like no directors did exactly what the shit I was doing. Now actually people take that style that I'm editing and they still use it to this day. There's like this effect I did that nobody did, and now everybody does it. So I got lucky with that, right? And then after that it was just like constantly supporting, just for whatever reason people were constantly supporting me, but then it all dies down, right? And then it's like, hey, who the fuck are you though, right? Who the fuck is Kid L? Like, who the fuck are you? So nobody gives a fuck about you anymore after that. And I remember I kept shooting music videos because you're getting paid to shoot, you're just shooting, you're shooting. And then I just remember one day I made a decision in my mind. I said, I'm gonna try to become the most popular fucking director in Detroit. Like that was my vision. I was like, because music videos, they doesn't do nothing. Like, you're gonna make money, but nobody gives a fuck. Like, there's only like Jerry PhDs and Cole Bennett's and shit like that really can stand out consistently shooting music videos and be famous for it. I was like, I don't want. So I just started making skits.
Yeah,
and
skits are funny.
That was a way of me expressing myself too, because I was going through a lot of shit as a music video director. So the first skit I dropped was called Life of a Music Video Director. And RJ Lamont was the first person to reach out to me saying, bro, keep doing this. Keep making stories about being a music video director. And Scoob and everybody was like, keep fucking doing it. So I just kept making videos about me being a music video director. And even that didn't really like, it was there, like people recognized me here, there, but the respect still wasn't there for a long periods of time, like a year, like 2 to 3 years, like it still wasn't respect. To be honest, if you really want to know when I felt my turning point was, it was like last week maybe, straight up, like literally last week, for real, I swear to God, it was like last week when I was literally, at 4 to 5 years of doing this now, last week was when I was like consistently making money doing this, have a strong group of supporters that support me like insanely, that they shouldn't even be doing it to this degree. A lot of people are circulating my content. Like every time I go to my story reshares, I see hundreds of people reshared something I posted. I'm like, what the fuck? People care about it? People asking me if they can post my stuff on their page. When I go places, people recognize me. So it's like the money is there, the recognition is there, the support's there. Not made it, but like
I'm on my way.
I'm chilling. Like to the point where like if I was just consistently here, I'd be okay with it. Like I wouldn't trip about it. But when I started the Kid L podcast, which is where I interview people, that was crazy because every single person that came was like, bro, you know, I'm a fan of yours. They would sit down and say, I'm a fan of yours. I'm like, bro, hold up. Hell of a, how are you about to say you're a fan of me, bro? Like, you shouldn't even know who I am, bro. He's like, no, I thought you were famous until you just said that. And I was like, he literally says it on camera. Like, there's a video of him saying, I thought you were famous. He's like, you don't know you're famous? And I was like, bro, I'm not famous. He's like, you don't know that, but you are. And I was like, okay. So, but last week was really the turning point where I was like, bro, like it's just everything's here. People support the shit out of me and I'm making money doing this, so I feel good.
Okay,
you know what I'm saying?
So what's next for Kid L? What do you see coming up, or do you have anything that you're bringing to the table.
Yeah, just producing content and just keep coming up with productions that people give a fuck about or are entertained by. I had a thing with Instagram where I wasn't believing in Instagram anymore. I was kind of thinking to myself like what the fuck is this thing? You know what I'm saying? Like, who gives a fuck about Instagram, really? But then, I wanted to be more like, I wanted to be more exclusive, where anytime I posted, it had to be something crazy, like something super crazy. And then I think Hustleberry had told me, like, he's nah, bro, fuck that. He's like, this is a platform where people want to be entertained. He's like, don't try to make yourself more exclusive. Put out your content. Put out who you are as a person and keep entertaining people. Yeah. I actually put on my phone. Cause I got into some shit like a few days ago and I was upset. I wasn't gonna delete my page, but I was like, I'm taking a month off of Instagram just because I gotta clear my head. Then I wrote this in my phone. Shut up and entertain. Like there's something I put on my phone where I was like fuck everything else, bro. Just go out there and entertain. Fuck who you think you are. Fuck who people think you are. Fuck trying to prove something to people. You know, just shut up and entertain people. Like that's the whole new thing I got now.
Everything is so sensitive to the point where like you can't properly entertain. Like that's what I'm saying. Like how do you get into your bag if you got to watch every fucking thing you do or say? Like so, like I said, I commend you. Like I said, just stand pat on that. Yeah. Shut up and entertain.
Yeah. Shut up and entertain. Straight up. You know what I'm saying? Like you can get into yourself too much in this shit. You can start thinking too much. You can start. You know, the more you do this shit, the deeper you get into it, the more you start seeing like people are watching what the fuck you're doing, what the fuck you're saying. So it's like, all right, instead of trying to prove myself, let me just entertain motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? So that's the whole with what you're saying, like what is my future plans? It's just what everybody else is in the entertainment industry is supposed to be doing is entertaining people. Literally. Whatever fucking way you figure it out, bro. Yeah. However you figure out how to entertain people, go fucking do it. Stop doing shit thinking people care because you did it. They don't care that you did it, bro. They don't give a fuck. It has to be entertaining. Yeah, it has to be entertaining. Either you're giving a message that's inspirational, you're making somebody laugh, you're sharing an experience, you're sharing your music, you're sharing your vibes, you're sharing your culture. If it's not any of that, shut the fuck up. Shut up. I don't care that you were at this studio. I don't care that you met this person. I don't care that you standing on top of this picture with $1,000 fucking outfit on, bro. Go out and make me like care to look at you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
that's the goals. I hear that.
That's the goals, baby.
All right. Well, that concludes episode 9 of the Soso and Uggy Show. We appreciate you coming out and speaking with us. Hopefully we'll have you on the show or vice versa.
Make better decisions with women.
Yeah.
The fucking out of it. I would have played it. As soon as she goes to the bathroom, I'm gone.
You feel me, man?
I'm fucking out of it. She don't know. She don't even know it.
Right.
None of them know it.
I say, but yeah, it seemed like you got out of there though.
Yeah, survived that one.
Yeah.
I got lucky.
All these hoes is booked.
All right. Well, thank you guys for watching. Make sure you subscribe to the channel and check out our other videos as well.
Yeah.